Guys, this game I have for you right here, it's going to be emotional. Lots of emotional damage happens in this game right here. Now, this is going to be one of those real tug of war matches.
Battle started.
Wow, these guys were... I mean, look at that. So that is how they wanted to hurt us. They wanted to send the entire squad all up in here, right? This is a real tough game. You got your boy right here in the front. Tricky position. So again, I think similar to some other maps, this one doesn't actually have the starting locations thrown out there, right? So you kind of just got to figure it all out, which isn't too bad. I mean, some of them are quite obvious. You know, you got your three mechs here, so you know where you're gonna be, right? So these ones are pretty straightforward and standard. Got a leader over here, Varzak, DME. Maybe he belongs to a clan. Right, we've got BR Ghost. We've got Doran. And he got the Commissioner. Right. So, because this was a little bit far away, I didn't want to just go and try and get that third mechs, because commanders aren't the quickest in the world, right? It's going to be a little bit slow. So, I thought I'll send my goons to do it. You know, I'll create a construction bot, go in, make that mechs, make this mechs, make that mechs, and grab the fusion. And try to hold this this high ground here. Okay? Because they're probably going to come up here, grab this mechs, grab that, and get this fusion over here. So then, you know, we'll be having a little bit of back and forth with each other. A nice little dance. So let's see how we crack on. Early game shenanigans, right? Getting these pawns up and running. Now, I wanted to send them in. I don't think I played this map before, so I'm a little bit unfamiliar, but I thought this would be the sort of ideal spot. Right, I didn't want to get them too far ahead because they're probably going to get, you know, absolutely demolished, because likely there's going to be at least 2 commanders in this section, right? So it wasn't going to be any good. But I thought if I can kind of hold out over here, this is slight high ground, bit of a ramp. So I'll give up this mechs to them, but I might be able to do enough to at least deny them the mechs, right? So yeah, let's see how we get on. Tanks. These tanks are going to do really well against my pawns. Yeah. Pawns can't do anything against incisors, I'll be honest with you. I mean, again, unless you get a numbers game and a surround, these incisors just do so much damage. So much damage. And it's interesting because they, you know, this guy here, Schnick, he didn't go for rovers typically, as you would when you know, very early stage of a game. He went straight for the incisor because look, he wanted to just send them to the base and just create so much damage. Probably expecting us to get him by surprise, but as they cost a little bit more than rovers, I'm able to get my pawns out a lot quicker, far cheaper, and get them out quicker, right? So yeah, right. Let's see who else we've got over there. This guy here. This was the problematic guy. Okay, now he's realised he's not getting too much value out of just sending them to their deaths. So now he's gonna look to eco up a little bit. Their star player, the Grumpy Monk, maybe belongs to a clan as well. This is really good. So he probably started in the water as well, right? He made a sea lab, a naval base, and you could get so much value out of ships here, I feel, right? Especially missile ships, because the riverway, I mean, the bases are quite close to the river, so this missile ships can actually target quite significantly into the mainland. So yeah, I like what Grumpy's doing. We do have a naval player ourselves, Richie. I would love to see subs rather than the Dolphins. I think Dolphins is usually the standard way of play, right, when it comes to Armada naval. and I think they're really, really good. It's just sometimes, I don't know, I feel like people are expecting it, and the thing with dolphins, they can't shoot any torpedoes because they don't have any. So you can't, like, you can't take out the mexes with any of these. So I don't know, unless you're looking to raid the enemy base with them. I don't know, not too sure how much value you're going to get from dolphins, as opposed to putting the time and energy into subs. I think that'd be better. So there's me looking to build a bit of a concave over here. As you can see, I'm still sending in my pawns, and I managed to do what I wanted to do, what I had set out to do, right? Which is blockade this area here. Denied them that metal spot. And if I actually had some teammates coming up with me, over here, I think we would have done really well. I like what Doran's doing. He's taken up this position, which he should do, because otherwise we'd get overrun in the flanks. Oh, what a bombing run. Just that one bomber alone, look at the value he's getting. Yeah, no anti-air. No anti-air. I don't think any of us were really expecting this. I think even me, yeah, look, oh well, there's my typical air panic, right? I think I did probably build one, like when I first did my start, right? Because I typically do, because of my paranoia about getting bombed. And yeah, look, if they come after me, I prefer it, because I think I've got a lot more. And that is just so painful. I think this might be a theme in this video, right? I think this might be a theme in this video. Yeah, look, they're aware that I've got a bunch of pawns over here, right? Oh, that means they're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to do something to counter this. Yeah, I do like red. Send in the grave robber to go in, get some of the reclaiming. Might as well. Oof. Traded. Yellow goes down. Yeah. That's the there might have been some some torpedo launchers. Maybe there was a torpedo launcher or two over here. That's what I mean. If you're gonna do water, without torpedoes, I don't know. You got to throw that into the mix somehow. You got to throw that into the mix somehow. Okay, I do like this. If you're gonna do it, good. 2v1. See, if you're gonna do this, you got to communicate and say, right, guys, let's push up, because let's see the view. Let's see the view. What was it? Okay, besides some LLTs, what does he really have? If you move your units down this way, only... Okay, alright, fair enough. All of these can actually do a bit of impact, but they're gonna get taken down. Raid them. Ask them questions. Don't... Yeah. I mean, this looks nice, but is it necessary? Because at the moment, they make an artillery unit. This is all going put. It's all finishing off. There's two of you. Go in, scalp him, take him out. Take him out, and then we've got this entire top section. We've got this entire lane, right? Now this is tricky. I made some maces. I don't normally make these units. No, that's not me. There's me getting confused. You know what? I thought I was the same color as my previous video. Oof. Teammate goes down. Teammate goes down. Now that really shouldn't happen if you're 2v1ing somebody, right? Because both of you are here. This is what you're focusing on, right? And yeah, the guy being attacked needs to pin and say, look, I need help. Move your commander back. Get some of the units move forward. Or if you're the other player and you're trying to do things at your base, just hand your units over. Hand your units over to the guy that's more, attentive to the situation that's happening here at the time, right? That's what you wanna try and do. Because at least then they can start microing those units. Now we're in trouble. They've got Rocketeers up. I've got some Rocketeers coming in as well, but yeah, look, too few to really do anything. There's me trying to do a little bit of dance with them, and I saw that Red was getting these walls up, so I figured, you know what, if I can just keep these guys at bay, yeah, just keep these guys at bay until these LLTs and walls are up, we might be okay. We might be able to just hold them off. We're not going to be able to kill them. That's not going to happen here. Not with the few units we have, right? But enough to hold them off. And look, they are worried. They wouldn't have just built these walls if they weren't worried, right? So yeah, I do like this. He clearly took out one of their commanders. Excellent. Our star player showing why he's the star player, right? Why he's the lead commander. So yeah, rocket bot's brilliant. They can take down that LLT. They don't see it, but once they do get vision, they're gonna take that LLT down like nothing. Right? They're gonna be able to take it down super quick. Artillery vehicles. This is the pain, but don't be afraid of them. I get so worried when I get hit by these things, but I realized over time, just push forward, because you're gonna be able to do a lot more damage to him than he's gonna be able to do to you. Oh, red team leader goes down. Now that's a big loss because he's taken down a chunk of the walls that he had put up, and now the lane is open. It's open. It's clear. Right. So what's there pushing through the middle and somewhat being held back? This is excellent. This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. Utilize that high ground. Now this is better. Now our team have pushed up. I would love to see them go even further, because you should notice that yes, he had some defenses here, but the moment you started moving, you didn't really come across any more LLTs. He's got no mexes here, which should show you that he's never really established himself up here. So just move forward. Don't be afraid. Just get up in there. I personally would love to have seen a base here. Not even T2, just a tier 1. Just put a base here. Because then you could just start sending in pawns, peewees, grunts, whatever. Just cheap units. Cheap units to really, really harass them. Because he's not going to be able to get too much help in time. Even if you don't know where the other commanders are. Because your base is so up close in front of his face. You're going to do well. Yeah, look, this single Sheldon did enough to scare them all away. But aggression. That's the name of the game here. That's what you want to do to yeah, don't be afraid. Look, just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Easier said than done, right? But even if you can't see what's there, you're only getting, now you're getting more volleys, right? But at one point you were only getting 2 volleys at a time. But why keep them there just to get hurt? If they're gonna get hurt, if they're gonna die, let them die on their feet. Send them in. Let them get some value out of these guys. Get some serious value out of these guys. And now just target him. Good. Nuclear blast. I bet those Sheldons aren't there no more. Yep. Perfect. 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 Now they should be in a position. Okay, fine. More Sheldons are coming out, but look, you've got enough. Just surround them. Don't be afraid. Yes, nice. He's moving up. He's moving forward. He's moving forward. I would personally try to target these Sheldons because they're going to want and have a chunk of them just go after the base, so he can't produce anymore. Perfect, just as he's done. Yeah, I like this. This is really, really good play. Really good play. Base killing squad. Real extermination squad. And do you know what? When you're 2v1ing somebody, this is what the outcome should be. Especially the person that you're 2v1ing. If they can't get significant help in time, because you know his teammates are a little out the way, this needs to be the result. Pure destruction. Pure destruction. Now come in and take out these mexes. Don't let them, you know, don't even let them have a bit of that metal. What's going on here? Not sure what all of that was about. But I think the one thing we lacked considerably in this game is air. I think this guy started with an air lab, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or even if he didn't, he's got an air lab, right? He's up in the mountains, but he produces no fighters, no bombers, no scout planes, nothing. Even after getting all those pings, he just moved the commander. Now look, this is a noob game, right? This is a noob game, so I don't want to be super critical. But if you're gonna go air, if you're not gonna go for a bombing run or anything like that, at least help the team with making some fighters and making at least some sort of air wall. Yeah, even if you can't cover the entire map, at least help your neighbors. Yeah, the ones near you. At least cover these guys if you're not gonna cover us, right? That's a learning point for me first and foremost, and for anybody else that's looking to get into air or play a bit of air. Now I realized that look, we lost this front. They clearly got Sheldon, so they've got tier 2, right? We need to step the game up a little bit here. So I've started building tier 2. I need to start getting my tier 2 mexes up. So then I've got enough to actually get an economy going. This guy, he is my little savior, and to protect him, because I know they did some sneaky bombings earlier, I've got a crossbow there. Tier 1, but is going to be good. And I've got one here as well. So that should be enough to protect him and this for at least a little while, right? Until we can get some real anti-air over there. What's going on here? This I like. Fusion. Brown, Ghost, doing really, really well. Really, really well. The only thing that saved Blue, again, look. Good air. Clever air. Shurikens. Shurikens to make sure that he's going to protect his squad mate. That's how to play air. If no bombers and fighters, make your shurikens. Right? Make your shurikens, because they can stop raids. And shurikens are just one of those units where it doesn't matter who's raiding you, whether it's tier 2, even some tier 3, the shurikens in mass are going to do well. Oh, this isn't capped. I mean, that's a 2.0. That's a 2.0. Even with a tier 1 mechs, you're still looking at a very good metal coming in. Yeah, interesting. I mean, the blue team is strong here. They're strong, yes. I mean, we raided the south, and in fact, you know, part of my tunnel vision problem, right? I really wish I looked at the map a little bit more and saw that we had taken the south. I think I was so fixated about losing this this central spot here, I didn't realize. Otherwise, I would have been a little bit more sneaky with my play and just move some units here, and then down this ridgeway, and just joust them from behind. That's what I would have preferred to have done to these guys. Yeah, look, that's really good play. That commander will get absolutely destroyed. I mean, he's smoking hot. Oh no, that's just the his footprints. But yeah, he would have been taken down by these pawns easily. Right, is he unit making? I think he is. He's got an army coming out, and they're perfect unit as well. The Hounds. Spectacular play by Brown. Spectacular play by Brown. I mean, it's interesting because he's like, in terms of like the ranking of the team, he's low. I mean, he's above me, but he's low. But he's playing like he's of a higher skill set, and that's really good to see, right? It just goes to show that some of these like open skills, you know, the numbers that you see and the way your position isn't necessarily the be all and end all, right? Now he must be feeling good because he's got his hounds coming in. Now he knows if these little weaklings even have the slightest thought about trying to run up on him, he's got these guys. Just one of them could just wipe them all out. Would just wipe them all out without even thinking about it. Yeah, and this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Look at them, tail between their legs. Tail between their legs. Oh no, they're not pawns. They're grunts. You could clearly tell I'm a Armada player, right? But even so, same thing. The net result's the same, right? Net result is the same. I do, yeah. See, he's doing exactly what I just mentioned. You know what I would love to have done. Just send the units down this angle here and take them from this flank. Would love to see. Yeah, I like this. See, Ghost is a really good player. Really good tactics. Now he's doing enough to kind of hold this to stop these guys from having any fancy ideas. I would love to see one artillery bot just up here somewhere, right? Overlooking this, and with the range bonus that you get from being in a higher position, right? It's gonna do wonders. And guys, do correct me if I'm wrong. I do think the higher the elevation, right? The range increases, and I think that is definitely true for LRPCs, but let me know about just bots in general. Is that also the case? Guys are doing really well. I've got this thing about sprinters as of late, so as you can see, I'm getting them to come in here, go over here. I thought they might have still had some units, some bases over here, and I could have gotten some value out of these units. I think they might have seen me. Yeah, it's these hounds. They got such good range. Interestingly enough as well, I mean the sprinters, they don't seem to move that much quicker than a hound. All right. So that's good insight for me. But I did manage to run away from them, and I think that's because they realized, look at what I've done. I've just left. I got these guys being busy fools, you know. And maybe if we were a little bit more coordinated, we could have made a push. But look, what I mean about a good air player. Problems. At least my sprinters came in and just wiped out green again. Any hopes and ambitions this guy had about rebuilding were just out the window right there. I didn't want to move up because, you know, these guys aren't strong enough. They're just too weak. I think I noticed these guys coming. I didn't think I was going to trade favorably with them. And I thought, look, if they have a few more mexes here, I can get them. I wasn't expecting these guys to be here, to be honest. And I kind of just bumped into them. And because of that, look, I didn't trade well at all. But did okay. But this is just so bad. I mean, look at what they've done. Look at how they butchered my boy. My one con, the guy that was doing so much work for me. Such value I had from this dude, right? And look at what they did. Hurtful. So me being the late to the party type of guy that I am, what I should have done is just stop making these silly units and just make one of these or a couple of these anti-air, because that's what was necessary and needed at the time. Now the problem here are these. You know, I told you about a missile ship. A missile ship in a map like this, because the river just goes through the land. I mean, look at the value. Look at the range. And this is what I mean. Forget the nonsensical dolphins, right? Get your submarines in. Hurt the opposition. Don't let them eco up in the water at the very least, because as soon as they got an economy going where they've got enough metal coming in, energy coming in, they make one of these. They don't even need flagships. They make a few of these. It's pretty much game over. So how are you going to answer this? Now, one of the things that we could do, and I'm only realizing it now, and it's really bad because I mentioned it in other videos, is in these maps where the river is so close, you know, and there's not too much space for the boats to get distance from you. The answer from the land are these types of units. Sharpshooters. Make a bunch of these. Put them on hold fire. Cloak them. Try and figure out where these boats are. Maybe you will need some scouting. Maybe you're going to lose some units, right? But get your sniper bots somewhere around here, right? And just focus fire on here. Focus fire on them. Alternatively, what's going to take these guys out nice and easily? Bombers. Bombers. If we had a bunch of air. Look, okay, fair enough. Making tier 2 bombers, which are better. And he's got really good economy, actually, this guy. I mean, he's just so much metal, but he's got no BP to really spend it. No BP to spend it. Should be... I mean, yeah, look. I think energy is maybe the problem. So he needs to start thinking about a fusion reactor at this point. Not an advanced fusion, just a normal fusion reactor. Yeah. Okay. Even if he turned that into an advanced geo, that would have been the answer, to be honest with you. Okay, because it would be cheaper to make than a fusion. That would have been the answer to help. See, look, even with these units, this is what I mean. They have good range, but nothing compared to a sniper bot, right? Like, look at the value. They took it down the missile bot, the missile ship. Sorry. And this is what I mean. You can do well even if you're not in the water in these types of games. Oof, that sounded painful. Wow. This negotiator, I mean, this is a Cortex siege unit. I mean, look at the range of this thing. Just look at that. You could put this thing behind the most safest of the safest walls, right? And you're going to get so much value out of them. As long as you've got radar and vision, you're going to get so much value out of these. Complete area denial. Complete area denial. Good way to handle these types of units, right? You want to get something fast, maybe even like a sprinter, and get them to just be harassing them, right? Because friendly fire is real. You get some sprinters, some ticks, some pawns, whatever, just running around these guys, they're just going to kill each other. So, something to keep in mind. Heavy hitting units don't just hit you heavily, they can hit each other as well. Right, blue is just a complete pain for us. I mean, he's just got the waterways to himself. He can't do anything with our most northern teammates, right? But he can really hurt us. He can really hurt us. And to be honest with you, that's where he's probably getting the biggest value. Because I think Pink, Hot Pink, the Space Kangaroo, he's kind of doing this by himself, I feel like, I could be wrong here. Maybe I've missed some stuff, but I mean, what? Yeah, look, he's got a composition going, but he's not moving them up. He's storing them back here, just waiting to get bombed. Just he's waiting for them to die. I mean, if you're gonna send your commander up naked like this, you're just asking for him to just die. Because what's the point? I mean, all you're doing is just giving them 1,000 worth of metal in a commander corps eventually. Because he's just by himself. He's alone. I mean, I don't know. From just looking at this replay, I don't think Copperfield was raided at any point by anybody. Because Pink has been doing a stalwart job. So I don't understand what is the value of just holding these units here. Just holding them here for what? I mean, push them up, or if you're not going to do that, help Pink out. Maybe ping him and just say, look, what do you need? Shall I just give the units over to you? Do you want to make use of microing these guys? Because this is tough. This is tough to watch. I mean, this. Look how many players they got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 with blue kind of assisting here and there, perhaps. Yeah, not the best. Not the best. If you're gonna do this type of play, at least reclaim this stuff here. At least reclaim, or just send your commander back, because otherwise, what are you doing? What are you getting out of this? Now, my play. What's my thinking? Spiders. Spiders. I want to get these spiders up the mountain. get them out the mountain way, move them up here, go up here, yeah, bring them down here. I didn't think they could do anything with the water, so just no point. Bring them down here and assault. That's the idea. That's my thinking. That's what I wanted to achieve. My economy not looking great. Metal is being a problem, right? I mean, I think one of the guys, they were able to help me with a couple of res bots, you know, after getting bombarded, and I was able to kind of resurrect some things, but other things I weren't. Yeah, so I got my normal geothermal back, and not wanting to be twice the fool, I wanting to make some significantly better anti-air. That's my thinking here. Oh, what are these? Some ducks. I don't know how well ducks do in the water. But I mean, they did enough to frighten this. I mean, the amount of metal that's in here, right? I mean, look at that. Almost 15,000 worth of metal compared to less than 3, and they're running away scared, tail between their legs. Yeah, battleships, everything, all scared of these ducks. I do like this smart play, anti nuke, because nuclear composition of boats is a really good thing to do. Get a lot of value out of it. So you know, him anticipating that, the grumpy monk, is a good play. Yeah, look at that. Nukes away. Where's it going? Where's it gonna land? Anti-nukes are not up. They are not up. Oof! Yo. 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 My man's still dancing. I mean, if that has not woken this guy up, I don't know what will. Nah, they have to rewrite. I mean, look, they're doing the right thing, but look, 30-minute mark, right? They got no anti-nuke. They were clearly looking to anti-nuke up. They're clearly looking to anti-nuke up, and this is beautiful play. Shout out to their air player, right? This is the sort of play that you want to see in a team, even though they're my enemies at this point. Beautiful. He's giving some windmills. He's giving some construction units. Is gonna get this guy back on his feet. You know, his friend has fallen on hard time. There's a puddle here, but he's gonna get him back on the feet. Right, he's gonna get him back on the feet. I didn't even know he actually he built a nuke. Who nuked him? Ah, yo, big up Ghost. What a player! I mean, this guy looks like in the next, what, minute, maybe a few seconds, he's got another one up. We'll keep an eye on that, right? We'll see if he can nuke up anybody else. Because besides air, nobody else really has the anti-nuke and the nuke vessel, anti-nuke vessels that we saw. Right, what's that's happening? Now I'm sending up my my spiders. Now I'm sending up my spiders. So as you can see, like I said, this is how I intended to do the raid. Go through the flanks. Purely go through the flanks. Look at this guy getting a bit brave. Yeah, and getting smart. He wants to try and eco in on our side of the map as well. Not gonna happen. Oh, no, it's not launching. I'm not doing anything with my tier 1 lab. I'm putting all my resources into spider bots, because I felt as though just having units that can just traverse this land, right, that's going to be what gets us the win. That was my hope. That was my thinking behind it. And this guy, look, what a team. I mean, look, they're helping each other out. I really like this. The fact that this guy has died so many times, but he keeps coming back from the dead. I don't know what's going on with this, right? But better to learn in these types of games, right? Better to learn in these types of games. Nuke goes out. Interceptor's been fired. Yeah, so it looks like our guy must have went for the sci-fi nerd. I think I might have played with sci-fi or played against sci-fi before. Name rings a bell. He's a good player. Right, that's what I mean about the spider bots, right? I sent a couple to take care of the I didn't know if it was fully built or not, so I didn't want to commit all my army and have them die in the explosion. So I sent a few, but I am now going to send the rest of the fleet up here. Yeah, advanced geo goes out, and that's the result, right? They're like a mini nuke. This is us saying, look, these lands, the southern side is ours. We have taken over. I really like these. I never actually build them in any of my plays, but I think I really should. Look how strong they are. Really, really good. I think my problem here is I didn't micro these units. I sent them in, and I'm just like, yo. They were, well, if they die, they die. In the words of Ivan Drago, right? If he dies, he dies. Because I knew I'm making a lot more, and I knew Red was sending in units as well, and it'd just be a matter of time. It would just be a matter of time. Pitbulls, brilliant static defenses. But look at what this guy had. Look at what this guy had. Now Doran, where's Doran? Yeah, Doran's here. Right, look, they got a flagship ship up. Yeah. So they had these missile ships before. Now they're upgraded to the flagship. Look at the damage this vessel can do. My God. My God. And even if you put up bubble shields, right? A few deflections and boom. Taken out bases, economies. I mean, their blue player, right? Grumpy Monk. He knew what he was doing. He was like, no, I'm gonna invest in this type of play, right? I'm gonna invest in this type of play, and I'm gonna siege up these guys' bases. Anti-nuke was intercepted. Now this is nice. This is a lot better. But he made sure that he got the anti-airships in there. So I mean about this Grumpy Monk. Very good player. Very good player. Now we don't have an answer for this. We simply don't have an answer for this. I mean, he can't even de-gun. Even if he gets to the closest part he could, I don't think he's at a position where he could de-gun. And look, these are just reflecting, bouncing off, knocking out everything that I had. Right, even my commander's taking a licking. The only thing you can do, yeah, I don't know. The only thing you could do is either try and reclaim or capture, get behind him and underneath him, reclaim and capture. Beyond that, there's just nothing. Yeah, and I think that's that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to capture him. Trying to capture him. Looks like we've got at least yeah. Let's go. I think that's gonna be enough to kind of scare him to run away a little bit. Oh, smart, but it's gonna be out of range. Out of range. Yeah, I don't think the commander going off, right, doing a self-destruct in water has the same level of impact as if it was on land. I don't think it does. Let me know, guys, if that's the case or not. Right, my base is pretty much dead, completely dead. Right, and I think even I might have been in a position thinking, look, we're done for. Nevertheless, I wanted to still send my units in. They got a bunch of tier 3s now. Bunch of tier 3s. So even though we had the southern side, we're probably going to lose it. Probably going to lose it. They clearly been nuked. They've clearly been nuked. Right, their air player, what a strong player he was. He's taken a hiding. He either got nuked or he's a victim of a bombing run. One of the two. Oh, raid! Look at that. Our air player is absolutely taken out now. Right. Copperfield, poor guy. I mean, there's nothing really he can do at this point. There's nothing he can do with these guys. He doesn't even have a comm that can just de-gun them. Take a few licks but de-gun them and get the win. My spiders are still moving in. looking to hopefully get some damage. This is excellent surround. There's no way this guy can live. Yeah, excellent surround. These are still problematic. Now my spiders are going to be in trouble because there's no way I can flank these guys to really get the damage boost that I need. But nevertheless, we fight on. Right, we fight on. We try to make it work. I mean, just look at the minimap. This whole section is gone. Completely gone. I love the teamwork with blue. Like Cypher is saying, look, give me a con. Give me a con. Let me get back into the fight. Get me back into this fight. Does he have a con? He does. Okay, he can still make a living. He can still make a living. He could come back from the ashes. Vanguard's really good. Get him in the high ground. They might be able to shoot into these ships. Very good. Even I was like, you know what? I've had enough of these boats. I've never really made these units, and they must be rubbish because I've never seen anybody make them, right? But I had no way of getting into the water and helping taking down some of these boats. And I thought, okay, look, these are tier 3. They must be able to do something, right? I mean, what do they have? Yeah, weapon. Look, heavy ballistic underwater cannon. Yo, that should be it. That should be what I need. I figured they're probably kind of weak because their metal cost is next to nothing in comparison to other tier 3. So I thought maybe I need to ball them up a fair bit, and then I'll send them into the water. Then I'll send them in, and I might be able to get some value out of it. Right. Blue are just looking for ways to finish us off. And in fact, I feel like they could have done. I mean, the amount of players they have in this in this top section, they could just finish off poor Copperfield, Pinging like mad. The anti-nuke. Yes, baby. If that can be taken out, it gives us a chance. Gives us a fighting chance. I mean, if by the end of all of this, all that's left is the grumpy monk, right? And all he's got is the water, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll just make bombers, sniper bots, blood, you name it, right? Ducks. Yeah, and we could take him out. Confine him to the seas and we could take him out. But they've got enough. They've got enough of a force here, man. And these guys are clumped up in a corner. In fact, I wonder what they can see. Yeah, look, they know it. They're clumped up in the corner, but they. Oh, these are our guys. Yeah, what can? Okay, blue can't actually see too much, so maybe they think it's worse than what it really is. Wow, love that. And with that, blue gave up the ghost. I don't think they knew just how well they were playing. But with some excellent nuking, not giving up, right? Because even a couple of times in this game I thought this is done with, it's over. With not giving up, us going into tier 3, working well as a team, right? We did well. Hard fought victory, but we done it. Right, guys. Nice one. I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall catch you in the next one. See ya.